Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is SaulApeMan. I'm a Warcraft 3 player and coach, let's say, and recently huge Twitch streamer Tyler1 is playing Warcraft 3. He's preparing for his show match versus Grubby, and after beating Computer Insane a few days ago, he has been playing on Binet multiplayer versus another players. Strategy that he's using is called Blade Master Mirror Image. So as we can see on the screen, we need to pick Orc. And we start with a hero called Blade Master, and this hero has access to Mirror Images spell that is very strong. And in this video I'm going to give you really quick 5 tips that I think Tyler1 and you can think about to improve your gameplay. So 5 tips. Let's start with the game plan. So what you see on the screen is basically the ultimate unit composition that you need to make with Blade Master Mirror Image. And Blade Master Mirror Image is the creeping strategy. In Warcraft 3 there are some heroes that are getting very strong on high level. The most important thing about Blade Master Mirror Image strategy is that you should just try to level up your heroes. Your heroes are very strong, so you don't think about your opponent is doing, if your opponent is expanding or not. You just think about going from one creep camp to another. Even if your opponent is going to expand, you don't care about this, because by creeping you got gold yourself. You just focus on creeping, adding second hero, adding the third hero, and making the unit composition. So as we can see on this screen, this is basically how your unit composition should look like. On the left we have Mighty Blade Master with powerful items. I'm going to cover items later. We have Shadow Hunter on the right, that is like a supporting hero healer. He has access to healing wave. And we are adding in the late game Tauren Chieftain, which is like a tank. He can stomp, stun units around him, and he can tank some damage, but his damage is not really big, but he provides aura as well. From the units we have Headhunters that are basically now upgraded into Berserkers, so they deal damage, they are very fragile, they need to stay on the back. We have 2 Kodobis, they provide also very good aura, and they have Devour ability. On top of that we can add 1 Wyvern. So this is what we want to have. And we want to have expansion, not early. I saw that Mr. Tyler1 is making expansion early. No, with this build we don't need expansion early. If opponent is attacking us, then you deal with the opponent, go back to your base, maybe on foot, maybe with using Scroll of Teleportation, so you can go and defend your base immediately, but never ever go to opponent base. Don't try to fight with opponent, just pull back to your base, and when opponent is gone, just creep. And when you have 3 heroes, then you add Tiny Great Hall, make sure that they have those exact units, and then we can think, should we attack our opponent or he should attack us? Creeping is very important, and with Blade Master Mirror Image is not a problem, and this is how we do it. We basically approach the creep camp and we split our Blade Master. Our main Blade Master should take very little to none damage, and as we can see, creeping the small green camp is very easy with Blade Master Mirror Image. But what we can upgrade is also we should plan a little bit our creeping. I know that usually new players, they don't know every map, but the good idea is to have like this one Headhunter that we don't need. He can actually aggro the camp, so we call this in Warcraft 3 pulling the camp. And look at this, a perfect creeping. Look, this more purple Dark Blue Blade Master is tanking more damage because it's an illusion, and our main Blade Master doesn't care. What is also very important, let's imagine that our Blade Master is under attack, right? So this big giant sea turtle is attacking our Blade Master, the main one. We don't want that. So how to trick this turtle to stop attacking the Blade Master and attack something else? In Warcraft 3 we call it aggression change. So basically you need to pretend that you are peaceful and that this Blade Master doesn't want to attack the turtle, so you need to take your Blade Master and attack, I don't know, one of your buildings here, one of your heroes. You don't want to really attack, but if you give command to the Blade Master, the creep will know, because the creeps are like in the matrix, and basically the turtle will attack other target. One more important thing about creeping huge camps, they are marked on the minimap as red dot. And ladies and gentlemen, what we can do to creep them efficiently. So we can pull with Headhunter, but Headhunters can get ensnared, so if the camp is really big, better not do it. When you have second hero, just pull with the second hero this Shadow Hunter, and look what this Shadow Hunter is going to do. We want to pull the camp, so the camp is not going to fight at once, you know, because this is the creep manipulation that we do in Warcraft 3 as well. And you know, on this very map, there is, yes, this specific thing that you can do, but look at this idea. Imagine that there is no trees around and we are just not surrounding / trapping this Orc Lord, but still pulling him that away from his original spot basically lowers the damage output of entire camp, because at some point he'll try to go back. And look, those trolls are not even attacking, and we got the biggest guy basically for free. And look, this enemy creep jacked us, and if we like creep here straight away, the impact of creep jack would be huge. But because we pulled so far, and there is also nice hex, the Death Knight basically is disabled, and we get huge item and huge experience. Now I would like to focus on heroes and how to exactly use them. So we remember Blade Master, he is using two abilities. One of them, Mirror Image, we saw it, it helps with creeping, and this next ability is called Crit. Critical chance, I think, this red icon on the bottom left, and basically it can boost our damage. Usually we don't go Windwalk, and I saw that Mr. Tyler1 was going for this 1-1-1 skill choice that I heard it's popular in League of Legends, but in Warcraft 3 it's very rare to see 3 different skills on level 1, right? So when our Blade Master gets level 3, we go for another skill point into Mirror Image. On level 4, we pick a skill point in Critical Chance, and on level 5, both options are good, depends how much Dispel opponent has. If you don't know, just go Critical Chance, because Critical Chance is always cool on level 5. The second hero should be always Shadow Hunter, because Shadow Hunter has actually very good 2 skills with Blade Master Mirror Image. We can go for Healing Wave, that's just healing that spreads between a few units, and the most healing goes to unit that is like first. But also there is Hex. This is like a spell that basically transforms an enemy unit or a creep into a critter, and the duration is not that long on heroes, but it's very good because enemy heroes can't basically use spells. And my advice is, if you are creeping and your opponent is not nearby, just go for the healing wave and heal your Blade Master while creeping. But if opponent is near, or you know how to manipulate creeps well with Hex, go Hex first. In this game, Mr. Lajuk, who is the Orc, he went for Hex, and you will see why. So Blade Master is splitting because he's going to tank the damage, but we are going to be creep jacked, if I remember correctly. And look, nice, Blade Master is not being attacked by the creeps. That's a beautiful creeping. And look, this is enemy leech, right? And remember that Hex duration is quite long on units and low on heroes. So for example, it's quite and we are not sure if we can kill this hero, so that's why Hex was used on the ghoul. But look also on that how fragile Shadow Hunter is. So Blade Master is dealing damage, Shadow Hunter is running away, and look at this Shadow Hunter will use defensive Hex. So this Death Knight is charging at us, but look at this beautiful Hex. The ghoul died and Shadow Hunter escaped because of the Hex ability. Trust me, healing would not be worth it here. Well, very, very nicely played. And last but not least, I would like to talk about Tauren Chieftain, the third hero, and he has access to, we skill Stomp and Endurance Aura. Stomp is basically this AoE grand attack that doesn't deal that much damage, but stuns, and stun is very important. And TC is a tank, so he goes to the middle of the enemy army, he stomps, and then because his army is, his damage is not that big, he escapes and waits for another stomp. Look at this. Now, as we can see, TC is going in, but he will be silenced. Silence is like an enemy debuff. For sometimes Tauren can't use Stomp, but look, he's in the middle. He's in the middle of everything, and beautiful Stomp. Look at this, like Dizzy's Nest. So he connected to 2 heroes and more than half Grand Army. So that was beautiful Stomp, and Tauren is running back. So in my advice, if you are creeping, go for Aura first. If you are fighting, because your opponent is pushing you, go for Stomp first. And on level 2 you have both spells. On level 3 it's always Stomp. Stomp is always better than the Aura. Now I would like to talk a little bit about in-game items, because Blade Master Mirror Image, the images, they are benefiting from permanent items, and we need to learn how to use permanent items, when to buy them. And in Warcraft 3 there is this one place called Goblin Merchant, and in Goblin Merchant you can buy the item called Circlet of Nobility, and you need to remember that Blade Master loves circlets. So as we can see now, one item was sold. You can sell item by just like dragging it with the right click to the shop. So we don't need intelligence on Blade Master. On Blade Master we need agility and strength to both attack stronger and deal more damage. So circlet is very important. And now we are actually on the website called Liquipedia, when you can read all of the description for those items. And I just want to point out quickly that from this Goblin Merchant, that's the almost like, let's say, only store in game, you basically buy 3 items for the Blade Master. Circlet of Nobility, basically you should have like 2 circlets. You can buy 2 circlets easily, and you know it takes 120 seconds, so the next circlet will appear, so you can't buy 2 sadly at the same time. You can buy Boots of Speed, because then your Blade Master will move faster, and it's actually benefiting his damage because he can chase the units better and kill them. And very important item in the late game, we call it a small invul. Basically, Blade Master wants to attack, and when Blade Master gets red HP and he can't be healed, you know, we should escape or TP out. But with invul, we can attack longer because opponent can't deal damage to us, and it's very crucial to kill, for example, enemy hero, and I will show you why exactly. So this is the situation I'm talking about. As we can see, we are fighting with the opponent undead, and our Blade Master is almost dead. The red HP bar, look at this Blade Master, he's almost dead. But with inventory, we have the small invul. Shadow Hunter is out of position, is out of mana. We have 1 mana potion, but it will take some time to heal him. So this Blade Master should be very scared. But look, opponent, you know, that's a plus of having mirror images. At start, opponent doesn't know which one is which, and because of that, the Orc player is just pulling back a little bit, but now he feels safe. He knows that Shadow Hunter is here, and look, he's clicking on the enemy leech, and because of this, he was able to connect to the leech, and he killed the enemy hero, and he was invulnerable because of the potion, and now he can get the heal from the Shadow Hunter. And yes, that was a nice usage of the invul. Buy invuls on your Blade Master, that's very important. Now we are in the late game, and I will show you really quickly how to split items between 3 heroes. Welcome to the MS Paint, and on the top left we have Blade Master inventory, and as we can see, invul, very important, can save the Blade Master, but you can also attack longer, which is important. Orb of Lightning, this white ball, is basically an orb from the Orc store that unlocks at tier 3, very important, so you can chase the targets. Circlet from the early game, and yes, damage items belong to the Blade Master, so close +8. TC on the right is the tank here, and we have like every tanky item. You don't need to remember them, but if item is like good for HP, you put it on the TC. And for example, ring +4. By the way, you can give 1 item with HP also to Blade Master if you have space in the inventory. So for example, this Pripyat of Vitality, this like gold and red item, I would give to the Blade Master because additional HP also benefits the illusions. And on the bottom we have Shadow Hunter, and Shadow Hunter is usually carrying Scroll of Teleportation and every mana item and every like consumable item that, you know, heals AoE. So for example, we have Scroll of Healing and Speed Scroll. Speed Scroll is very important, but it's a little bit much harder to use. Basically, it boosts the speed all of the units for like a very short amount of time, like 10 seconds. So yes, permanent items on the Blade Master, tanky items on the TC, and mana items and those like supporting items on the Shadow Hunter. I'm going to talk about units. So the most important unit that you make is Headhunters. They are those piercing trolls with the spears, and they add a little bit of damage, but they are very fragile. So when you creep, you don't take damage with them usually if you creep well, because mirror image of Blade Master is tanking. But look what the good Orc player is going to do when danger will come. So this undead is coming. Look at this, the Headhunters are immediately running away, right? So we are just fighting heroes with heroes. We know that enemy powerful spells can kill our Headhunters. So remember, our goal is basically to produce Headhunters, creep with them, but when there is a danger, we pull them back. And why we pull them back? Because at tier 3 we get a huge upgrade, so it will add 100 HP to every Headhunter, so your goal is to accumulate as many Headhunters as possible. But at some point we need to add other units, and the most simple addition to this army composition, and it's also very good, is to add bestiary, this building, and you produce one Kodo Beast. Kodo Beast is like a big supporting unit because it has this war drum aura and it's giving 10% damage buff to every unit in the range. So it's going to buff the Blade Master. Also is quite tanky. Attack is quite okay, and it has Devour ability, so it can eat enemy unit and it will take some time to like digest it, because like when it's inside of the Kodo, enemy units getting like 5 damage per second, but it's not that important. So look, basically this icon on the drum on the bottom right, it's actually Blade Master is under this drum effect, and he has already like additional damage because of this. So it's a very, very good supporting unit, easy to control and tanky. This game, mid-game, was rough because Undead was attacking us constantly, but still because of this nice micro, Orc player Mr. Lajuk was able to save his headhunters for the late game, and now they are called Berserker. So if you upgrade Berserker form in the barrack, then they will get these additional stats, more damage output, and also you will get this ability that they can attack for like stronger, but will take more damage. So you just spam it while you are creeping, and you use it in big fights versus opponent when all your headhunters are in reasonably good position. Top of that, a very nice unit to add is called Wyvern, is a flying unit, and when we add a Wyvern, when we are very close to 50 supply population. 50 is like the food limit, you see it on the top right, and we don't want to break 50 population early. But ladies and gentlemen, why we add one Wyvern is a flying unit. It gives us additional vision, and he has a bigger DPS, damage per second, than Kodo Beast, and we don't need additional aura. Okay, we can have 2 Kodo Beasts, so for example, if one got killed, we still has the aura, but making more than 2 Kodo Beasts in 50 supply, I'm not saying in general, later you can have even 4 Kodo Beasts, but in the 50 supply, you can squeeze this one Wyvern really well. So that's it, and now I'm going to show you this huge army in action, because now you understand how to construct this army, how to make this army that we don't need to attack opponent base, that we basically need to wait patiently to make our 50 supply, to go for the tiny great hole, and we know how to use our heroes, we know how to keep items on them, and I'm going to now explain you how the big fight is going to happen. So Blade Master is in the front, he's splitting because we want to make the opponent guess, and Shadowhunter is healing non-stop. Just focus on spending mana. We are not going to micro the Berserkers, the Kodo Beast that much. We ate 1 ghoul, this is fine. TC, remember, he stops and goes away. And look at this Blade Master, he's just chasing. He can attack air units because of the Orc. TC is running and Shadowhunter is ready to heal. Blade Master is now getting targeted, but we can just split, and opponent has to guess again. And now beautiful Stomp connects. Of course, the opponent can use coil, but we hex him, and now speed scroll this item. Can we kill the Lich? And Lich goes down. Enemy the Undead could not heal, and this is the summary. So ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tyler1, I hope, I don't know if he's going to see this video, but you know, if he's like looking for advice, tell him that he can use all of those things, and games are going to be like much more fun for him if he understands this build order. And of course, in Warcraft 3 we have different build orders. We have like tier 2 aligning builds, we have tier 1 aligning builds, we have like expansion builds, but this build is like a late game creeping build. And follow the game plan and you will have a lot of fun. Test this build on Binet. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you want me to see me casting this whole replay. And thank you for watching. And if somebody like your friend is learning Warcraft 3, share this video with him so he can understand it better. Thank you for watching. My name is SaulApeMan. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I stream every day on Twitch, and see you guys later. Bye bye.